What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another webisode here on OG55. Today, we are going to talk about two topics today. First, we are going to bring up Legoland again. So Legoland recently here in California had a partnership with Nike, and it was like this cool basketball Lego Nike thing. And it was so popular that they're bringing it back because this like small time limited event was only for like 1 week. Well, they're bringing it back, and it's actually pretty interesting. So if we look here, calling all hoopers, back by popular demand. All right, so pretty cool stuff. The Nike and Lego Play Arena is back from July 1st through August 10th. Families can jump into fun with basketball-themed activities during this exclusive experience that is only here for a limited time. So, I mean, check this out, right? So this is cool because it shows like how popular that this was, right? And I was telling OG on the last video that we did, I think it was for members, I believe, but it was so popular. I was hearing that there were lines around the building to get into this thing. So that's great because I think that it's good for Lego/Merlin Legoland to actually be having more of these partnerships, right? And having stuff like this just drives in drones of guests to this. And it was so popular, they're going to have it for basically like a whole month. That is really outstanding. You know, I do give a huge kudos to, Legoland and also Nike too. I mean, this is great, right? I mean, check this out. You got Lego mini basketball jerseys. They can use Lego bricks to build and display their own mini basketball jersey. That's cool. Lego mini figure athlete trading cards. That is dope. Lego 3-point shots. So like this thing right here, kids and families may test their skills by shooting the ultimate 3-pointer on a specially designed court that brings the fun of basketball to life in Lego form. Then you got Wall of Fame photo opportunity. So this is a very awesome kid-friendly, but also family-friendly activity, right, for the guests. And this is awesome. I'm super happy to hear that this was really successful. I cannot talk tonight. I apologize. And I'm glad to see that they are bringing it back. This event for that first week brought a lot of bodies to this part of the town of Fun Town, which is actually really great because driving school, the new version of it, just opened over there. So you got a lot of bodies hanging out in that area. You got the new driving school, and then now you have this because this is like right behind the new driving school. So anyways, that is awesome, and I hope to see more of these kind of collaborations with other brands. So super cool stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? What other brands or IPs should Lego or Merlin be partnering up with? Let us know. Now, off to the second topic for today. We have here, 1 second, let me get this bad boy up. This is going to be about Six Flags. Check this out. All right. So hope everybody can see the screen here. Absolutely. All right. So we did a video, actually multiple videos, me and OG, talking about Six Flags. And, they've recently had like these, unfortunate layoffs, right? I mean, whenever you have these two big companies, Cedar Fair, Six Flags, they have a merger, right? Obviously, stuff is going to get shuffled around. Management's going to get moved, laid off. Employees are going to get, unfortunately laid off or demoted. But we check this out. DC's heroes and villains take over Six Flags with action-packed summer festival. Okay, so I like this. I like the sound of that so far. It's time to choose between good and evil as DC heroes and villains take over Six Flags Magic Mountain this summer with an immersive DC universe celebration known as DC's Heroes and Villains Fest. All right, that's interesting. That's really interesting because, we have these Disneyland After Dark events. We just had Fan Fest, right? A very new first thing for Universal out here in Hollywood, which was awesome, by the way. And I've been saying here on the channel for now that, yes, I know that Six Flags is first and foremost a amusement park, thrill park, right? Especially here in Magic Mountain in California. It's like probably one of the best Six Flags parks that we have. I mean, they have great coasters. If you're a coaster enthusiast or a fan, get out there and check it out. It is a fantastic park for that type of caliber. But I have said, though, that I do think, they should probably start adding in more themed elements, more family-friendly elements, more type of, stuff of that nature. Now, I do know that they have Fright Fest, which is their Halloween event. I've never been. I've been to SeaWorld's Hollow Scream, and now I've been to recently, which was Universal Horror Night, and I've been to Oogie Boogie Bash. I haven't been to Knott's Scary Farm, and I haven't been to Fright Fest. However, with this new fest, this new DC Heroes Villain Fest, this is going to be pretty cool. The event runs on Fridays and Saturdays from June 20th to July 26th from 5 p.m. until park closes. So that's cool because it's kind of like the little edginess there. It's kind of like late at night. You'll have your heroes, but also you have your villains. So I'm very curious as to how they'll have their villains. Are they going to be kind of creepy? Or are they going to be up in your face? I'm very, very curious about that. This is awesome. The event lineup, it features a range of live entertainment and street performances designed to appeal to guests of all ages. See, that's what I'm talking about right here. Appeal to guests of all ages. I like this because here's the thing, right? Well, let's say your family goes to Six Flags and you have someone like me who does not want to go on all the big scary coasters, right? Too big, too scary, right? I'm afraid of heights. I'm not going to be shuffled around in the air. No, thank you. I'm definitely not getting on Goliath. However, if you have family-friendly activities for all ages, I think that's great. It's more family-friendly, centered and focused, and you can have people who can still have stuff to do while they're there, right? And this is cool too because here's the thing: is that Six Flags Magic Mountain or Six Flags, they utilize or they have the kind of park IP rights or licensing to the DC characters, right? I don't know if it's the rights or the licensing. Someone comment below and let me know. But they do have at least the kind of licensing to use those characters, right? So I mean, just for example, Six Flags just came out with their Wonder Woman coaster, right? Flight of Courage, I believe it is. However, with this though, it's good because we get to see them actually bringing out the characters, or I hope we get to see the characters, right? I mean, that's what it should be, I think. And I mean, we look right here, right? The festivities kick off daily with the DC Heroes Bash Cavalcade and opening ceremony. Okay, so a cavalcade, that's pretty cool. I mean, when was the last time Six Flags Magic Mountain had a cavalcade? I don't really remember. But because I've only been there 3 times, I've never seen a cavalcade. I have seen a Batman stunt show. That's cool. That's a family-friendly theme that you could, look at. And it was cool because it was like Batman. I forgot it was really cool practical effects that they were using in the Batman show, right? So I hope with this it's very something similar, practical effects, which I think they will, because again, Six Flags is that more kind of edgier market, and then, I think it'll be really, really cool. This is a very good direction that they're heading. After the ceremony, fans can head to the festival stage for Gotham City Superhero for a day and a character meet and greet experience. Okay, so that just answered my own question. You will be able to have character meet and greets. And this is the thing, is that in Six Flags, you don't really have character meet and greets besides maybe sometimes like the Looney Tunes characters. But I haven't really seen, unless you guys have, I haven't really seen like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, or any other, Lex Luthor. I haven't seen any of these kind of meet and greet characters from the DC universe at Six Flags. So this is really cool because again, this brings, and it's that kind of to my point I've been talking about, this brings more of that kind of theme park element into Six Flags. And I like that they're doing this because I'm wondering, again, I have no basis of information to be saying this on, but my theory is maybe this like kind of Heroes and Villain Fest idea is a way to kind of test out the waters, right? Dip your toe a little bit into the theme park market, right? So which I think is a very good idea. And then they have right here, things heat up in Superhero Smackdown, an action-packed stunt show battle pitting heroes against Gotham's most infamous villains. The high-energy street fight includes the Joker, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and even a cameo by Robin. Oh, okay, that there is classic like DC right there. Okay, that is really cool. I'm wondering if it's going to take place. I don't remember what the stage show was called. I remember it was like this kind of like circular stadium seating. But is that where it's still going to take place? I don't even know if that's there anymore. Like this was back when I was like still in high school, like over 13 years ago. So yeah, it was a long time. But that's cool. And I'm just, like I said, I think that it will be practical effects, you know, because if they had the Batman and stunt show that had kind of some practical effects, if I remember correctly, they'll probably have it for here. So that's awesome. And then they talk about, you know, the Joker's dance party, you know, Harley Quinn and the hyenas, you know, Catwoman's predators, a go-go. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. You know, I mean, and like it says here, the event's going to include access to some of the park's most popular DC-themed thrill rides, you know, including Batman the Ride, Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, and Lex Luthor Drop of Doom. So, guys, at home, what do you think about this kind of festive fest that they're going to be doing? I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to have a type of family-friendly event for this park. I think that will draw in a lot of people because look, I mean, we now have DC up and coming now, right? Starting with Superman, you know, with James Gunn. So we're going to have this kind of DC kickoff, and I think this is a good point for Six Flags to now like hop on this kind of wagon, so to speak, right? And yeah, I think it's a good move. I think that, you know, I get it that Six Flags is a amusement park, but I do think they should start at least putting in some theme park elements to their parks, right? Like this. And I think this is a great step. So kudos to Six Flags. I would actually be down to actually going to Six Flags and actually checking this out. You know, the only problem is Six Flags is like 2 hours from me. But in any case, I think it would still be cool to check out. Who knows? Maybe Theme Park Wizard might go check it out. You know, he's a lot closer than me. But you know, shout out to Theme Park Wizard. But yeah, everybody, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Is there anything I said that was incorrect, or that you don't agree with, or that you do agree with? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video about Legoland and Six Flags Magic Mountain. If you guys have not visited either park, I recommend that you do. Legoland is a very, I would say, underrated park for sure. Six Flags is a great park for, you know, thrill amusement park enthusiasts, right? So go check those out. Like and subscribe. Hope you guys have a good day. Thank you so much for watching this webisode here on Orange Grove 55. See you later.
Thank you for watching OG55. If you aren't already, consider becoming a member today.